Boom, bam, boom. We are live. I'm actually going to turn the light on. I wasn't, but I'm going to. Oh, God. Oh, it's so bright. Yeah. Anyways, how's it going, everyone? We are live. It is Sunday. It is a little bit later than normal. I was pretty busy. I slept in a little bit, and then I took my time. I wasn't feeling too good last night, but a lot of sleep today helped fix that. So I guess I just needed sleep and time away from work because, my goodness, work has been awful lately. So, hey Kingzilla, how's it going? How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you had a good week. Hopefully I had a good Shin week. This is the final uh, release of Shin Week 2024. We had the final review this morning, or this afternoon for most. The SH Monster Arts Shin Godzilla Awakening review. Please, if you haven't, go check it out. It is wonderful. Took me a little bit of while. It took me a little bit to get it done. Goji66, how's it going? How's it going? Um, I had to slightly change how the video was done. I had a almost complete version of it, and then due to some circumstances that we'll talk down the line, maybe depending on the outcome of these circumstances, I'm making a Jaws movie. Nice. Um, can't wait to watch. Can't wait to watch. I have to catch up on the last few videos you've posted, so I've been very busy this week. Um, the Hey, how's it going, Sharktopus? How's it going? Notification gang. Oh my goodness, thank you. I appreciate that. Um, I had to redo the review pretty much. So this morning, basically after I had woken up from a power nap, after I left work a little bit early, um, still took like 3.5 hours to get that video done, which is kind of crazy because it's only 6 minutes. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'm pretty proud of some of the angles and some of the photos I took. Some of them I was like, after I got them into the video, I was like, maybe I should have changed this, done that. But I'm still pretty proud. Um, Still music in them. I got to be careful with music, I guess. I guess not all of the music that Premiere Pro offers is copyright free. So I have to be a little bit careful. Now over 1,000, as we kind of talked about, AdSense and stuff like that is a possibility in the future. Can't do that with copyright. So I have to be a little bit more careful, a little bit more specific about music. I think I've found the music options on Premiere that won't even give me a notification, I don't think. The Shin Godzilla has a song on it from Premiere that didn't hit anything yet, so I didn't get a copyright notice, but I could still get one at any point. So, but this stream is not going to be the longest, and it's not going to be Shin based, even though I'm using the Shin Godzilla backgrounds and stuff I'm drawing right now and watching. Awesome. What are you drawing? Let me know what you're drawing. Always interested in art. We're using the Shin Godzilla stuff just because it's the last Shin day of the week. So once this stream is up, I'll probably still use the background, I'm honest. I might use this thumbnail also as all thumbnails going forward. I was trying to edit it to have text on it this time so I could say, just a chill stream, put some title text in there so it's not the same as the Shin Godzilla video, or as the Shin Godzilla live stream, because I wanted to differentiate it. But Space Godzilla. Awesome. Can't wait. Hopefully I can see it sometime. I'm very interested. Excuse me. I just had dinner, so going to be a little hiccupy for the first few moments. But it wouldn't let me add text to it, so I just had to use the blank one for now. I'll go back once I get it figured out tech-wise and user error-wise. I'll go back and get it fixed. So all the this live stream's thumbnail will, chill Sunday live stream. So, but we don't have too much to talk about this week. I don't, as much as I would love to talk about Shin Godzilla, much more. We've kind of already done that shtick. But it is the end of Shin week. Hopefully you guys had a good Shin week, celebrated it. If you didn't, that's okay too. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the channel. I know I didn't, at the end of the last stream, I said I was going to get 4 reviews out, and I ended up only getting 3. Work This week was ridiculously taxing. In fact, I was going to live stream on Wednesday too, and I ended up not being able to due to some personal things. Um, nothing major. I got really busy. Um, so I will save what was going to be that fourth review, and it was going to be a smaller review because it's kind of smaller figures. I'm going to save that one for another time. It won't be too long because I did buy them at G Fest last year, so technically I'm a year behind, but they'll have their time. One thing I do want to talk about that's obviously in the title, something that probably interests most of y'all watching, if you like to watch the live streams on the channel, is the unboxings, the live box days. We do have what is technically my summer WonderFest 2024 Summer Box Day, the items that I bought from that. If you guys were here 2 streams ago, you guys would know what I bought. If you don't, I'm just going to leave it hidden until the next few days. It did hit landfall. The box is in the US. I did use FedEx. It saved me about $20 this time because if they're going to use FedEx, I might as well save the money rather than spending extra for a dice roll on DHL. If I used DHL, it actually probably would have already been here Saturday, but I had to save a little bit of money. So it's in Texas, but I've never had luck when things come out of Texas from FedEx. Normally, what should be a one-night trip on a normal week, it probably wouldn't be anyways because it's Sunday. I don't think they start until a little bit later tonight. They start moving. So I would guess probably Tuesday or Wednesday is the safest bet. I'm really hoping for tomorrow. I'm hoping for Monday. Hoping to do it. But I can't force it any faster. So we'll have to wait and see. If it is tomorrow, you guys will know. It's going to be a big stream. We have 3 very, very awesome pieces in that box day. 2 from WonderFest and 1 that I bought right before WonderFest. I got a really great deal on something, and I'm very, very excited for you guys to see it. It is huge, and it's just exciting. And it's glittery. That's all I'm going to say. I said it in a live stream, so if you guys don't know, you have to go back and watch those live streams, but I'm not going to torture you guys with that. I'm just going to say let the anticipation build for this glitter item. Otherwise, we do have 2 Sara Jarushis in that box as well. Obviously, one is the 9th Shin Godzilla release. Hey, Alex, how's it going, buddy? How's it going? Thanks for joining. We have the 9th Shin Godzilla Saru, and then we have the 62 that released this year. So I won't leave those as a surprise. Those are obvious, especially the Shin. The Shin is duh. So the Shin will be here. Hopefully I'm praying for tomorrow, but it probably, I gotta be realistic. It's probably gonna be Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, depending on how long it takes in Texas. Like I said, I don't have luck when things are international into Texas. They normally sit in Texas for like a day or 2 and then they leave. So the film for Shin Godzilla is the director's cut, not the Toho cut. Oh no, and Gucci switched directors instead of the Toho cut during the premiere. Toho was not very happy when they heard about it. Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of changes to Shin Godzilla right at the end of production because Anno and Higuchi did not want a happy ending, and then Toho wanted it, and then they still got some things in there that Toho is not happy about, but they have since, I think, for the most part, redirected their unhappiness about because it is literally maybe not financially the most successful because -1 is far and away more financially successful, but Shin Godzilla is still the most popular Godzilla in Japan. So, or at least modern Godzilla, I'll say. So, I think they learned. So, and I feel like even if they trusted Anno and Higuchi a little bit more, I feel like it would have even gotten better. And I think even global side, I think it would have done a little bit better because it would have ended more kind of Evangelion-ish. And I feel like the global audience would have enjoyed that just a tad better. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, the G-1 minus color poster. Yeah, that's the G Store one. Out of stock. They still have the $200 litho that's like got a 3D, almost a 3D effect. If I had money, I would. I really want that poster, but yeah, I can't. So, but yeah, we got both -1s. We got the U.S. release, and then we have the Japanese poster in the back from the my Amazon Japan exclusive -1 4K box set. So the final product for the Ichiban Kaiju Evolved Godzilla looks perfect. Definitely grabbing that one. They did a fantastic job. The eye detail look good, and the teeth are done clean. Yeah, we were seeing some of those. There was one that was posted that people kind of made it look like it was painted really bad, and then all of the videos I've seen from the thumbnails and all the Instagram posts for it, I think it's a little thin. I think that's my only problem with it. I think it's just slightly a little too thin in a few areas, not too many. But yeah, Alex, I agree. I think it is just about damn perfect, and I might get it. I think it's still on stock on Big Bad Toy Store. So depending on release date, I might consider getting it. I want their 2019. I think the in-hand photos of the 2019 actually made it look better than those initial photos we got. So, and then that 54 is coming out, and that is way cheaper. I'm eyeing that 54, but if I get these Ichibans, I'm gonna want to go back and get the other ones. And the -1s, both of them are very expensive. The original 2019 and Burning 2019 are also a little expensive. And even more to the point, the original Shin Godzilla from that line is uber expensive comparatively to how that line is priced, and even more, very not common to find. You don't even see it on Bai very often. So we'll see. I'm very Safubi focused right now. So I'm really Saru and Marusan mainly, and Mondo, just keeping up with the Mondo pre-orders. So. But we'll see. I think those would be fun reviews and fun figures to have, so we'll see. Yeah, better. And the 54 I think is perfect, but it's Yuji Sakai's. Yuji Sakai, I think, does a near perfect ultimate 54 no matter what sculpt he does. I think his is just, I think it's the best, obviously. I mean, the gigantic favorite sculptors line. I love it. Basically based on this one. So, this is the poster for it because it has the tanks. You still got to pre-order the gold one. Same. That one I might get just because it's kind of got a Safubi vibe with it. But, I'm going to do that, and then Max Toys is going to release a gold -1 at Winter WonderFest. I'm actually going to be able to get my hands on it. I'm warming up to that figure a lot. Nick Side's photos of it in hand. I'm not crazy about the neck, but dude, it gets some mean ass photos if you get them at the right angle, and I think that's all it needs. I think it's just going to have to be on the top of my shelf. I think that's what it's going to have to do. It's going to be a top shelf item because I think when it's looking down, the neck isn't that big of a deal. If I can see it from the side, though, it bothers me a little bit. So, but yeah, so hopefully tomorrow, WonderFest Box Day. If not, Tuesday or Wednesday. I would say Tuesday or Wednesday is more realistic. Outside of that, the favorite sculptures line 30 centimeter X Plus Baragon is still sitting in my warehouse. I have to wait to ship it. I don't have much time left. I think I have 2 weeks on it, but I have to wait until everything else is cleared. Once I'm for sure out of the woodworks from Winter WonderFest or Summer WonderFest and the money that kind of hit me with. Once I'm back from that, I'll get that Baragon shipped, and that review will come out almost immediately because I am very, very late on that review because I won't get it right away, and I'm really disappointed because I'm staying away from looking at reviews for that Baragon. I want that to be 100% first reactions from. Besides immediate photos that I saw, and I've kind of been staying away from them. I haven't watched any videos. So, hey Zaza, how's it going? Would I rather get a Shin plushie or Awakening Shin plushie? I'd rather get an Awakening plushie because there's not too many of them out there. There's a lot of fourth forms and there's a lot of roaring fourth forms, but off the top of my head, I think there's only like 2, maybe 3 2 or 3 maybe Awakening plushies, and I think they're all smaller. So I'd love Sega to come back and do a 2-foot, I think is what the third form is called. I'd love to get a 2-foot Awakening Shin. I'm not keen on the Max Toy -1, but I'm slowly warming up. I'm still aiming at the Mega House -1. Yeah. That, it looks good. I keep seeing photos It looks really good. Love it. Baragon meme. Rah, rah. Yeah, dude, I love Baragon. Have you? No, I don't collect movie monster series anymore, so I have not bought the the Zilla, and I don't plan on to. Um, I think it looks good, just from what I had of Bandai, which was basically everything up to Fire Rodan, basically everything. Um, I think it was a pretty good, like, middle of the range movie monster series. I think it was a little light for a G Store exclusive, especially on the paint department, but for the most part, I think it was a good release, just from what I've seen. I think this, people are saying it's too small, and I think it's a perfect scale. From everything I've seen in photos with it next to the Final Wars Godzilla, I think it's perfect. So, Shark to Push Baragon, cannot wait for that one. Same. I cannot wait for that review. The other thing why I'm kind of delaying its arrival, um, I don't have space for it on the 30 centimeter shelf. So, and all four of my Walmarts that I'm near are all out of this shelf unit. They're on back order right now. So I can't order it, and I can't buy it in store right now. So, the longer I can kind of delay Baragon, the better, a little bit. But I do have some ideas brewing for that Baragon review to make it a little bit more funny, a little bit more memey as well. We're gonna see. I might cut that off and put it in a short, and I might put it towards the end of the review. I haven't decided yet. Yep, I'm only planning on getting 50 of them. Nice. Hey, if you're excited for the figure, I'm glad. I'm very glad for anyone who's excited for the figure, who's bought the figure and gotten it in hand, that's excited. My friend Matt has one. He's very happy with it. Louis Duran was posting about it the other day on Instagram, and he's very excited as well. I have to send him a message and reach out, see how much he's enjoying it. So I'm very glad for the people that have been waiting for it. It's just Bandai isn't really my shtick anymore, besides, like, theater exclusives. And even still, I was going to get that pink Evolved Godzilla, and I still haven't bought it. And now there's if you guys saw the Giants, Japan's baseball team, the Giants, they have a Godzilla 54 exclusive movie monster series figure that is actually one of the most beautiful figures I've ever seen. It is orange. It's a very big or bright neon orange with black dorsal plates and with a white highlights on the knees. It's gorgeous. I'm afraid to hear the pricing on them. Aftermarket wise, I would. Now that is a movie monster series I would definitely consider getting. Will I get it? I don't know yet. I don't know. It depends on the price. So, and then I still haven't been able. Funds aren't there right now. So I haven't gotten the San Diego Comic-Con 89 exclusive. Probably gonna just end up pre-ordering it off of P Bandai because I am not liking the aftermarket price. People want almost $200 for it. It's too much. Too much. Too much for me. So I would rather just wait until next, I think it said March, I think is when they'll drop. So I guess I'm just going to pre-order it. I might wait a few more days to see if I can't, find someone who wants to maybe, or a few weeks. Someone might want to do like 124 and 130 plus shipping. I could do that. I guess the max after shipping is 150. But the chances of that seem pretty light. I already missed out on a few deals, so should have just asked someone. But oh well, it's how it goes. I wouldn't have had as much WonderFest money, so, and I would rather get WonderFest items now than later, especially the tinsels. The tinsels are so expensive aftermarket. So, but yeah, it's kind of the next week and a half. The other thing, I'm still, my Mondo Aztec Godzilla is ready to ship, but it hasn't shipped yet from DHL. I have no idea what's going on there. Pretty annoyed by it because now it's almost been a week that it's been ready to ship and hasn't shipped. And then if it's like Mechagodzilla, it's going to sit in customs for a week. I'm just already preparing myself mentally. So this figure's already 2 weeks behind. It didn't ship out with everyone else's, so mine's already 2 weeks delayed. and now it's already another week delayed, and then it might be another week delayed between shipping. So I'm probably going to be getting mine at the end of August if it's going to turn out that way, and that's kind of frustrating because I watched my friend Matt. He was on Discord and he lived unboxed it in front of me, and I really am excited for that figure. So I love it. I kind of forgot I had the red one and not the blue one. So that's how it goes. But yeah. Next week for reviews, once these box days are in, or this box day, this one, because like I said, I'm not going to ship Baragon until I'm fully ready to ship it, and then it's still going to take like a week to get here. The Sarjurushi Shin, the 9th colorway, the tinsel pink and blue and yellow Shin, that will be number 1. Okay, that's priority number 1. That is coming out first. Very excited for that review. So that's coming out first. Then it'll be the 62. Well, I might do the 62. So it might be the 2 Sarjurushis next week, the 2 Summer WonderFest exclusives, because I haven't seen any videos on them on YouTube yet, and I like showing these off. I get, there's probably a lot of collectors that don't want to because they don't want more competition for these figures, but I'd rather broadcast them to the world and be like, hey, here they are, they're beautiful, try to pick one up if you can, or wait for a colorway that's going to speak to you, So I'd rather broadcast them personally myself and don't really want to gatekeep them too much. But I get it too. I lower my chances of getting them every time I do a review. Because I looked up, I was just curious the other day, like as the Sarjurushis were dropping on Bai and everything, and I was trying to look at overall prices. So I was trying to check out some of the other international sites that Japan might be using, sellers in Japan might be using to sell them. And I just looked up Sarjurushi Shin Godzilla in the Google search bar. You know what shows up first? My videos. I was kind of flabbergasted by that. I was like, whoa, mine are the first ones that show up. All of them. All of the reviews that I've done on my Sarjurushis. I believe it's the green one first, then it's the translucent red, then it's the blue, and then it's last year's Summer WonderFest, which is the painted red. And then my blank red is the last one. And then the Awakening blank red. Yeah. And that's all thanks to you guys supporting the videos and watching the videos, liking the videos, commenting on the videos. That all helps. And that helps Google decide what goes first, and it also shows that I'm one of the only people making reviews on it. I believe there's a few more reviews on one of the red ones. But not the blue one and not the green, definitely not the green one. The green one just seems to be under the radar almost, so pretty good for me, admittingly. I love the green one, so I love showing it off. Obviously, I use it in a lot of size comparisons in the Sofubi reviews because I don't see a lot of people owning it for some reason. It wasn't that limited as far as I know. I don't see people posting about it, so I like to make sure people know that it is out there, as hard as it is to find. It is out there, and if you keep looking, you will stumble on one. So I don't want people to just give up on Grails. I have a few Grails myself. You guys remember when I owned a Gigabrain King Ghidorah, the poster color version? I did sell that because I found out there's 2 or 3 colorways I would rather own. There's a purple one, a metallic purple one that is really sexy. And then I just recently found out that there's this glow-in-the-dark pink one. And that one's got my heart. Honestly, I love the purple one, or the magenta one, I guess. It's a little bit closer to magenta. But that pink one, I want it really bad. And I have never seen one for sale. So that is like right up there at the top of my Grail list. I don't think it's number 1, but it's very close. It's in the top 5, easy. I own the mold. I know how nice the mold is. Now I just have to find that colorway. And I'm hoping that when I go to Japan in February, I'll be able to buy it. I'll be able to find one. I doubt it, but you never know. What I do know is when I go to Japan, the best place to look, or some of the best places to look, is not where you would expect. So, gonna go hit a lot of small mom and pop shops, like small collectible shops, and I'm just gonna see if I can't, a shot in the dark. Obviously Mandarake, you know, all the big shops, obvious. You can get a lot of things there, a lot of grails, a lot of good standard releases that I might miss out on throughout the year. Because as I've said, when it comes to release dates in January and February, I'm not going to be pre-ordering things. So just so you guys are aware, if you didn't hear it before, because I'm going to Japan, I don't want to fill myself up with pre-orders. I'm pretty full already on pre-orders, and we have 3 Gigantics coming out within the next few months. All right, so I've got to clear my current pre-orders, finish paying them off, then pay for those, and then still save for Japan and still balance, bills and everything else, and a festival next month. So I'm just warning y'all that January is probably going to be review light, but it's going to be live stream heavy, and I mean heavy. I'm going to be live streaming a lot in January to make up for the lack of reviews. And then when we go into February, 4th anniversary month, by the way, at the end of the month. So we're going to start off the month. We pretty much got the dates for Winter WonderFest 2025, and me and the guys have already got our dates for Japan. I'll announce those later once we clear coat that, of course, but it's at the beginning of the month. So what you'll see, what is probably going to end up happening, is a very heavy January with live streaming, light on reviews, because I'm not going to be able to, I'm not going to have new product as often. So unless I'm pushing things back and I'm slowing down reviews now, which I don't really want to do, I kind of want to keep pushing content, because I'm having a lot. I'm getting burnt out, but I'm having a lot of fun as well. The streams make me very happy. Good. So you're going to really enjoy January, and then I'm not going to say anything for sure yet. Okay. There might be a possibility, a very small, not guaranteeing, I'm not even going to give you guys too much hope on it, but there might be a few Japan live streams. Might. Okay? Maybe. I kind of already talked about how I might live stream while I'm waiting for WonderFest to open. I've already talked to the gang that's going. It's like, whether you guys come with me or not, I'm going to be going like 7.5, 8 hours early. I'm just going to get there, and I'm going to wait in line, because it sounds like I'm not going to be able to get the advanced tickets, the early entry tickets. It sounds like it's kind of locked off you can only buy one per person, is what it's sounding like. So our friend can only buy one, and then it sounds like he can't buy anymore. So we're still waiting for tickets to open up to verify that, of course. But regardless if I get the advanced or not, I'm going hours early, because I'm getting in as soon as I can, so I can get in, get the Sarajarushis, get the T-bases, get the frog trees, get my WonderFest haul. Basically, my whole Japan trip is going to be, a lot of this spending, unless I find grails, is going to be at WonderFest. I am planning on bringing a lot to WonderFest, so I don't have to worry about it. I don't even have to see what's being announced, because I'm just going to be financially stable for it, hopefully. Because I'm going to be in line so long, I might live stream a few hours waiting in line, as long as I make sure that my battery packs are charged with me, so my phone doesn't die. I don't know if I'm bringing the iPad with me. I think I am, but I don't know for sure yet. I don't want to guarantee that, but it's a strong idea that I'm going to bring the iPad with me as well. So, and then, obviously, I don't think I need to say it too much, Japan vlogs are going to be plentiful. I don't know how I'm going to do them yet. I don't want to do one big one, mainly because right now, as of this moment, my iPad is full on space. I have like 70 gigs left. I have to go through and I have to basically delete most of my photo and video library. I have to reset the iPad pretty much because I am full. Um, because I've saved all our videos, but when you're filming in 4K, those take a lot of space. They take up a lot of space, and because my iPad isn't connected to my cloud anymore, everything's saved on the cloud and backed up on the cloud, and it's on my phone. I really don't need it on my iPad, so I need to start clearing my iPad on space. And because of that, because of how this Japan vlog would work, if I did it as one big multi-hour vlog, I don't think I would ever be able to render it because of 4K stream, because of 4K filming. So what I'm kind of thinking about, what I've been thinking about the last few days, because I'm really trying to get ahead of this Japan stuff. Once we're in September, that's everything, all my planning. Besides like the Sarjarushis that will drop, there's probably going to be 2 drops of Sarjarushis for online lotteries. And, those gigantics that I was talking about, I really need to cut back on spending besides the pre-orders that I already have. I'm really trying to focus on Japan. I'm trying to get myself mentally there so I can start getting ready by, middle of September so that I can start getting ahead early. Basically, by the end of the year, my job has a lot of mandatory overtime, which is A-okay with me. And that's basically like a lot of my saving is going to come from that. I'm going to be working 2 or 3 extra days a week, maxing out my hours a week, and pretty much all that extra money is going to end up going back into my G-Fest funds for basically the last 2.5 months. It starts somewhere in November, I think maybe even the end of October, I think. So I'm just going to be ramping up work. And then here with the channel, I think we're settling down. I think everything's looking good for 2 streams a week and at least 1 review a week. While we have new stuff and new reviews to do, I think we're going to be doing 2 reviews a week, aka next week. Now that I'm buying CCP middle sizes, I'm actually having a lot of reviews open up. It's just that they're short. And because they're short, I feel obligated, personally obligated, to give you guys at least 2 reviews then. So a week, if it's going to be a CCP and something else, or 2 CCP middle sizes, because those are only 2-minute reviews. That's just being honest. Those are like maybe 2-minute reviews. But we have plenty of those coming. Down the line. I have 3 on pre-order. We haven't had a new wave announced since that one. And those, I think they come out at the end of August. They come out at the end of this month. So those are at the end. SH Monster Arts Mogera, the new Sally Doc version. I have to pay that off here in a week, and then that'll be here at the end of the month. So we'll be having a new Monster Arts review, SH Monster Arts Mogera. That's exciting, right? So I'm very excited for that figure. Very, very, very excited. I've always wanted to own Mogera, an SH Monster Arts Mogera. Now we finally get that chance. So I'm pretty hyped for that. What else? Yeah. So there might be Japan streams, there might not be. When it comes to the vlogs, it's probably going to be dependent on what we do. If it's like Akihabara, Mandarake, Osaka shopping, those, depending on what's going on, might be grouped into like a few days. So for an example, the first day we go to Akihabara, oh my goodness, I can't speak. I haven't been drinking yet, guys, I promise. I'm going to be drinking later once I'm playing Fortnite with the boys, but oh, I just had overtime offered to me. That's a fun text. I might have to take that. I might have to take that at 10:30. Maybe. But so what it might happen is the first shopping trip, whatever that all entails, that will probably be its own video. That'll be a shorter video, and that one will probably come out soon. That's why I kind of do want to bring the iPad so I can film that once we get home and we're resting and relaxing. As I'm winding down to fall asleep, I can edit that and post that, and have it scheduled for a normal time for you guys. It'll come out late for me, but it'll be a normal time for you guys, for most of you at least. I do know I have some fans in Australia, in the UK, so it'll be kind of weird. It'll be late for you guys, but it'll be late for me in Japan as well. I'll probably post that, but things like Awaji Island and just WonderFest in general, those will come out after the fact. I don't want to be editing too much. I want to make sure that I am enjoying my time, so everything's preemptive. But there are some videos and some short vlogs that I probably will want to get out in the middle of it. I don't want to just leave you guys for a week and a half. Basically, it's 10 days. So like the first 2 weeks of September, or excuse me, first 2 weeks of February would basically be dead. Makes me a little uncomfortable to do that. But we'll see. I'll figure something out. And then maybe some group live streams with the guys. We'll see. If everyone's down to do it, maybe we can do like a few items of a haul. We're not going to show everything off. I would rather wait to do one big, grand, personal haul and then group haul with everyone just to show everything off. Or that could be a live stream maybe. The last night in Japan, we could go through everything before we pack. Maybe we can see about that. We'll see. I'm not going to make any guarantees and promises, obviously. Plans can change very drastically really quickly. I mean, this is the third time I have planned to go to Japan, or fourth. This is the fourth time, but this time it is happening. I am almost set to buy my plane tickets already. So we're just going to make sure our dates are correct and we've got everything filed out for the plane ticket. And then I'm going to get my plane ticket probably next month. So very, very excited. But yeah, a lot of things going on. It's going to get really busy for the channel. There's one thing that I'm not going to talk about yet that is in the works for the channel. I will bring it up if it happens, because I like to be transparent with you guys. I don't like to hide behind things too much. I'm pretty open. If I disappear for a week or two, I tell you guys, it's like, I was sick and I was depressed. That's just how it goes. Or if something comes up, or if I have to delay or cancel a stream or video, I try to be very transparent with you guys. It's just, we're a community. I might make the content, but for me, we're all just friends here, hanging out, especially these live streams. This is just hanging out for me. So I'll be transparent when that gets confirmed or not. If it doesn't happen, then I'm not going to mention it. I'm going to be a little sad a little bit, but if it does happen, then I'll bring it up, and then we'll have that conversation once we pass that road, once we get over that bridge. And by the sounds of it, it's going to take about a month. It could be a little bit sooner if it gets rejected. If it's approved, it could be a little bit sooner as well. I don't know. They said SEP 2 would take like a week, and it only took a day. So they're telling me a month now. It could be 2 weeks. We could see. It just depends on if everything checks out. Winky face. That should kind of be a little bit of a hint, but it's not really going to affect you guys too much. Mainly just me. I have to take a drink. My voice is dying. I had some very intense vocal practices the last week, getting back into vocalizing and singing and stuff, and really harshly. My vocal cords are kind of paying for it. They're paying the price. So between work, those, and here, my voice is kind of dying. So I do apologize. I'm going to try to give it some rest tonight, even though I'll be playing Fortnite. So, but girlfriend will be asleep, so I'll have to be quiet so I don't wake her up. So what? Oh gosh, I'm just getting a bunch of overtime opportunities right now at work. Tempting. I would like extra money next paycheck. I might go into work tonight. Maybe a little bit. I might hold off on Fortnite. We'll see. I have to check after stream. Obviously, I'm not going to check here, but I can text and notifications. So I guess. Oh man, I'm so excited for the Japan trip. Please do your best to have an amazing time. Oh, I will. right now it seems like it's going to be for gentlemen. Um, it's going to be a lot of fun. The three of them have already been to Japan, so you know, two being Matt and Ian, and then another friend of ours as well, um, Wyatt, and we're gonna be having a lot of fun. For the three of them, it's returning back to Japan, and for me, it'll be my first time. So I have no doubt that I'm gonna have an amazing experience. Very thankfully, it's also not just toy related. Yes, Wonderfest is probably the, I don't want to say it's the magnum opus of the trip. That would be a lie for me. The highlight of the trip is going to be Awaji Island. As a Shin Godzilla guy, Awaji Island is the place for me for life size Shin. So for me, that is the magnum opus of the trip. That will be the climax, the big point. I can't remember if we're still working on the most psychological struggle. I know, get more money or drink and play Fortnite with the boys. You know, it's a tough decision. It's a tough decision, but I can do both. I can do both. Um, but yeah, the Shin Godzilla Awaji Island. That's probably the highlight of the trip. We haven't planned out when we're doing that yet. I think it's going to be before Wonderfest. So I think so, but we have to. There's still a lot of planning to do. We've already been talking about it, so we're getting there. We're getting there. The main thing is we first just have to get those plane tickets. Plane tickets come first. Once the plane tickets are done, then then we can start looking into the oh, hell, what the hell was I going to say? Then we can start looking into the actual planning and stuff, because you got to guarantee we go there. I got to still get my passport too. I got to get that appointment set in September. So, but yeah, I'm very excited for Japan. It's a dream, going to the mainland of Gojira, seeing everything. We've got a pretty intense, I said we weren't ready for plan. We don't have the schedule down, but we've got a lot of the things we want to do, with a lot of gaps because pop-up events, DNA events aren't announced too far ahead of time. So we'll really be getting it down to the point in December. Right now, the trip is looking very busy. We got Tokyo Tower, we have Awaji Island, we have Osaka for a day. We have obviously Shinjuku and Tokyo. Wonderfest is all, the Sunday, I believe it's the 9th, February 9th, that Sunday. That's, Wonderfest is the whole day and the morning and the night, basically, for the most part. It'll probably just be more celebrating or drowning our sorrows, depending on how our buys go. But then, but yeah, we got Tokyo Tower, got the G store, the Godzilla stores, both Tokyo and Osaka. I think we're trying to aim for. We got the Ultraman store. We've got a ton of anime stuff we'd like to do. I think they were saying that there's going to be a Kaiju number 8, another pop-up event. They were already teasing another one for February because supposedly the anime is coming back this winter. There's a rumor, if you guys are, I mean, you can see one of the boxes over here, right there. I'm a huge My Dress Up Darling anime fan and manga. I'm caught up on the manga right now. A huge fan, and there's a slight rumor. Of course, they've been saying this since 2022. A slight rumor that season 2 is going to come out at the end of this year, because there is a ton of cafe collabs. There's one that's about to open this month for a day, or it just happened. Then we have, there's a rumor that a big notice drop is going to happen from Square Enix, which is the producers of the anime, that season 2 is finally going to be coming out. So, very exciting. Things are going to get way more goofy this season. So there's a chance that when we go, although the anime is going to be ending its run, pop-up shops and art exhibitions, will be happening around that time, and I'm a big fan of it. Matt's a big fan. So if something like that is up in the, a possibility, we're going to do that. We got some Ultraman events that we're going to be looking for. We're going to go to Kaiju Sakaba, obviously. There's a few other things. A lot of restaurants, actually. I think a predominant chunk of our trip is getting our restaurant days, when we're going to go eat and where we're going to go eat. That's like a predominant part of the trip, and kind of decides where everything lands because of food. I'm so excited to try food over there in Japan. It's going to be completely different. It's going to be healthier. I'm very, very excited for McDonald's in Japan and Burger King. Typical American being excited for the fast food, but it's so different over there. And I'm excited to see the differences. I'm excited to see how different our food is, to feel and taste how, much more healthier and way less processed than our food is. I'm very excited for that aspect. What else? We're going to go, we can't go and actually visit Tokyo Studios, but we are going to go to the Hibuya Square and see the Shin statue. Obviously, I have to go see it. It's Shin. Anything Shin related is basically something that's on my list. I don't know. I don't know if the guys are going to be there the whole time with me. I've kind of said, if like there's something I want to do and you guys don't want to go, that's a-okay. I will go by myself. I don't mind. There's even some talks of maybe extending the trip a little bit, depending on how my work situation is, with some paid time off that will be available to me halfway through the trip. I might try to stay for an extra day, maybe two, just to do anything, solo, or, if the trip kind of cuts down on people, we'll see. It's all possibilities, a lot of what ifs, a lot of big ifs. So Japan cuisine is quite desirable. Yeah, I'm excited to try curry. That's one of the places my friend Matt and Ian are most excited to do. Their favorite spot is a curry shop. And they're like, Tanner, you're gonna love this. You're gonna effing love this. And there's a really good ramen shop they want me to try too. There's a barbecue place, I believe, a backyard barbecue type of restaurant they want me to try, which I'm all for. I love barbecue. I'm very, very American cuisine in that way. Burgers, hot dogs, American style pizza, even though I love Italian, like traditional pizza as well. I really love like barbecue and stuff like that. If you guys are in the Midwest, you guys would know of a it is national, but it's mainly predominant in the Midwest. Famous Dave's barbecue restaurant. We have one here in town, and it's been since my birthday, but when I go to Iowa next month for KnotFest, I'm going a day early. I will be stopping. They have one of the first Famous Dave's. I believe it's number 4 or 5. I'll have to check that. I know I went to number 3 or number 2 in Lincoln, Nebraska, when I went there for Slipknot quite a few years ago. So, but I always go when there's a new location that I've been to and there's a Famous Dave's. That's on my list, as long as it's humanly possible. And I'm going an extra day. I'm going Friday just to rest and relax. Maybe travel around Des Moines. They have a famous record shop there. A big music guy, so I might go there, buy some vinyl. And then KnotFest is the next day. That's basically all day. That starts very early for me as a VIP, because I shelled out the money for it, and then it ends very late. And then the next day is recover and then leave. I have to check out by 11, so I have a 5-hour drive. So, be coming back through Omaha and Nebraska. So I might make a quick pit stop there. I haven't been to any of the Famous Daves in Omaha, so we'll see. But I'm a big barbecue place, so when I hear that there's barbecue in Japan, bring it on, baby. I want to see what it tastes like. I want to see how they change it, how it's different with the ingredients. I don't know. I'm just very excited. I'm a very picky eater. I'm very picky, but the idea of traveling to a different country for their cuisine actually is quite delectable. I'm actually salivating right now just thinking about it, and completely opening my taste buds and hopefully finally nipping that pain in the ass uh, problem I have with being so picky. I'm hoping going to Japan can open that barrier so I can come back here and start trying things, more things here. Or trying our take on cuisines from other places. I'm really into Chinese food, or Americanized Chinese food. I love going to like buffets and stuff. I love Chinese buffets or Panda Express. My God, oh, I love Panda Express. My girlfriend made uh, a pesto chicken, I think. That was delectable. That's why I was a few minutes late to the stream, because I was eating that right before stream because I accidentally didn't manage my time very well. We had to make a Walmart trip. We got back late, and then I had to heat that up and eat that. It was so good. I couldn't put it down. Like, if I still had the bowl, had food in it, I'd probably be eating it on live stream because it's so good. She's such a great cook. Um, she's wonderful, and she's getting my taste buds. She's expanding my taste buds. She's making me eat a lot of different things I normally wouldn't eat, but she's so good at cooking, that it's just like, I love it, And then she's teaching me as well, so I can be a better cook, because I'm pretty plain on my cooking. For how much I like, I'm really not that great at cooking. It's just not one of my best things. Not one of my best things. I was a cook for a little bit. I was a sushi chef for a while. A sushi chef. Oh my goodness, I can't speak with this hole in my mouth. Used to make sushi all the time, American sushi. That I'm probably not going to try in Japan too much. I'm not a big fan of sushi, but that's mainly a texture thing. Taste was pretty good, but texture, just soft to crunchy to soft again, just isn't not what I like in my mouth. So I bet that was good. Yeah, it was amazing. She's an amazing cook. I have her to thank. She keeps me fed, and She's trying to teach my dumbass. So trying to eat healthier. I'm trying to lose some weight, which I've been very successful for. I've been losing a lot of weight, even though I basically, before I go to work, I drive by a Burger King and I get a small meal every day. But I'm not getting a large meal. Normally I'm a large meal guy, but I've been getting a small meal. So that's kind of like my spoil for me. But I've been trying to do that less. When we have leftovers at home, I don't go, because obviously that's $6-7 I could save by just eating the delicious home cooked meal. So, and then at work, I've been eating a little less junkier food. I have chips. I found some really good spicy salsa chips that I wish I had like a bag of, so I could try to see if it's at like a Walmart. That were really good. I'm just trying to eat healthier. I'm trying to lean down. I've got a little bit of tummy fat that's going away, thankfully. I've lost my handlebars for the most part, and my stomach's going down. And now, as I'm losing it, I need to get back the muscle. Once I get out of these pre-orders, I need to get a gym membership. Get back get to the gym. It's been a long time. I need to get back in at least a good moderate health. I don't want to be jacked. I don't think I can be jacked. My dad can be big. He's bodybuilder, wrestler when he was younger, and he's still pretty big. He's pretty jacked, even though he doesn't work out as much now, but he does a lot of things at home, a lot of lifting and stuff, so he keeps himself in shape. But my mom's very lean. Besides her legs, I got my mom's legs. I'm very thick in the thighs and my calves and my ass. So I think I could get my legs larger, but the upper body just always been short. Like this is mostly just bleh, So, but I want to get to a better health. That was the goal for this year, and I was doing it a little bit through all my jobs. I mean, even my current job, I try to go out of my way to make sure that I'm lifting throughout the night when I don't have to, like when we're moving pallets and moving heavier stuff around. I try to make sure that I make myself do that, so I'm not just at my desk or at my station kind of not lifting as much. I've been stretching a lot more again. That's been helping. Trying to get healthy. Getting healthy will help the war in here. It is a science. It's proven. You don't have to work out to get jacked and to bodybuild, but going out and exercising and doing the healthy minimum it helps you. So it's something I've kind of foregoed for a long time. And still kind of do. Gym memberships are just so damn expensive now. Like they want $100 a month. It's just like, no, thank you. That's really expensive. But we'll see. We'll see. I want to get back. Oh, excuse me. I want to get back into shape, a better shape, especially going into Japan. Japan, there's so much walking, and although I do walk a lot at work, it pales into comparison to how much walking is in Japan. And when I get to Japan, it's going to be colder because it's February. I want to make sure that when I get there, I don't wear out at all. I basically, unless we're walking up Tokyo Tower, which we're probably not going to be walking up too much of Tokyo Tower, if we get that chance, I want to say, if we get the chance to actually go in Tokyo Tower and experience Tokyo Tower, um, I do want to be able to walk most of the way up. I have a goal for Tokyo Tower is I want to be able to walk most of the way up to Shin Godzilla's height. I do believe during the DNA events when they are at Tokyo Tower, I don't think they're there all the time. There might be one plaque. There are plaques around there, I believe, that have like Godzilla kaiju heights during the Godzilla events. So if there's one there, they'll put like this Godzilla's height, this kaiju's height. Like I think they do Godzilla, King Ghidorah, and I think they do somewhere in the middle. Or they do like a few Godzillas. I know back when Shin was released, they had one specifically at Shin Godzilla's height. So I want to figure out where that spot is, and I would personally really like to walk the whole Shin Godzilla flight, about 100 and almost 117 meters. That is a lot of stairs. Even being physically like in a good middle range, I think that is pushing it. So, but we'll see. I have to start on the Patrick Bateman routine myself. I need to be beautiful. Well, do some of his routine. Don't do the eating people's livers and brains, That's one of my favorite movies. I love, love, love American Psycho. I need to read the book. I'm told the book is even more of a treat and explains some of the movie a bit more. But I love Christian Bale, and I love his portrayal in that film. So I very much I agree. I need to get on that gym routine that he does. I'm getting there with like the health products and the beauty products for my face. I'm getting my face cleared. Thankfully, because the girlfriend knows all about that. So taking care of acne and all that. But I do have to get on that workout routine. He's got a pretty good routine. The crunches, the jumping jacks, the running in space, the lifting, that stuff, that's actually really good. And that's basically all you really have to do, as long as you do enough of it. So I need to be going on walks more. It's cooling down. Well, it's going to start, hopefully. Just rewatched 3 days ago. Definitely a 10 out of 10. Same. I think we did it 5 days ago. We rewatched it. But yeah, it is 100% like a 10 out of 10 film. I think it is one of the best thrill. I'd say it's more of a thriller than a horror film, a suspense thriller. I think it does it really, really well. And to know that that's the movie that kind of jump started Christian Bale's career into like the heights that he would eventually get to, really sits well for me. I see it. It's an awesome film, and to know like the interview scene with the detective and him, they shot it like 4 different times with different mentalities from the detective, and then they pieced them all together. So even as an audience member, even as Patrick, and even as the detective, as William Dafoe's character, you can't tell what's going on for sure. Like you keep second guessing yourself and third guessing yourself. I think that is just psychologically a really, really good movie, and it does it really, really well. And the fact that it has an age to it, but I feel like it ages more as like a wine instead of like a beer. The movie is placed in the 80s and 70s, but then I don't know. It's a great movie. I love American Psycho. 2 is bad, but one is brilliance and very unique. Not many movies I've watched, and I'm a pretty big horror guy, pretty big psychological and suspense guy. not too many movies I can think off the top of my head that feel like that movie. It's very unique in and of itself, but I also haven't watched too many copycats of it either. So, um, yeah, sweet. Good to know that we have some horror fans and suspense and Christian Bale fans in the chat, dude. I love it. I could talk about horror as well. I could talk about a lot of things. It's just Godzilla seems to be the main popularity, but there is much more to me than just Godzilla. It's, music, Slipknot mainly, but a lot of different bands. We've got horror, love horror. I could American Psycho. I can go on about. You want me to really not shut up? Scream. I could talk about that first Scream movie all day and all night. I love Scream One. I I like one, two, three, and four are pretty good, and then five and six I really like too. Not as much as the first two, but Scream One is definitely like it's my favorite horror film. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it is a near perfect film. Actually, I do think it's a perfect film. It is pretty on point. It is wonderful. It is right up there. Same thing with both of the current It movies, It Chapter One and It Chapter Two. Those are up there. They're right next there. American Psycho is up there as well. Halloween is up there. The people are gonna hate me, but the first of the re-sequels, 2018's Halloween, is actually the one that's I really, really like that film. The first one's amazing, but I really like 2018 Halloween. That was my first one. That was my real first one. And it's just, there's something special about that film. I think I watched that one 3 times in theaters. And then Ends and Kills are pretty good. Not as great, but 18 is like whew, one of my favorites when it comes to horror. Plenty of horror, dude. I love horror movies. I used to not like horror movies as a kid. I used to hate gore and blood, and now there's still stuff like Terrifier. The Terrifier movies still make me squeal a little bit, but love, I love the Terrifier films. I'm very excited that Terrifier 3 got moved up to October. Girlfriend and I are very, very pumped for Terrifier 3. Being told that the opening scene is probably one of the most disgusting things that have ever been filmed ever is very exciting because the budget just keeps going up for that film. So I'm ready for gross. Horror movies have the same appeal to Godzilla movies to me a lot of the time. Yeah, it's just that B movie feel, that B and C movie. Let's be real. A lot of the Godzilla movies are C films, but there are good ones in B. I hesitate to put 54 in B. I still feel like it's an A film, but it was pretty low budget, so I hesitate to put it in A as well. Jason and Michael, just, yeah, dude, I love it. Even when they're bad, yeah. They're just a good turn off the brain and just let the mind explore and have fun with it. I completely agree. Shin, I would say, is an A film. -1 is an A level. Probably B, probably high B's for all of them. I don't know if there's an actual A class Godzilla film when it comes to budget. Quality, obviously, there's a lot of Z tier Godzilla movies, but when it comes to budget and thinking about it as a B film and a C film and a double or triple A film, I don't know if there's any Godzilla movies that hit that marker besides -1, probably. Maybe Shin. All the legendary films, although they have that AAA budget, they all feel like they're B films still because they're very Showa-esque. Yeah, horror films are fun. Big anime guy as well. Obviously, I got anime section. I got a whole anime section that you can't see technically. You can see the Evas, and one of a few of the statues I own. You can see the Maureen Kitagawa there a little bit. But I have to kind of keep those covered because YouTube doesn't like women's clothes. I don't have anything like too crazy, but YouTube still kind of throws a fit with women's clothes. So I kind of have to keep them covered up for YouTube, which, sucks because I'd like to review the figures, but, YouTube kind of throws a fit. So I review the I wouldn't rate a movie budget wide. No way I would rate it over. Oh yeah, no. And that's kind of what I was saying, where like it has that AAA budget, but it feels like a B or a C film because of how it's actually produced. Where 54, Shin, and Minus One all feel like AAA films, even though the budget for, oh, well, Shin Godzilla's budget was not light. Shin Godzilla actually had a huge budget, but I'm pretty sure that was mostly for Higuchi and Anno. Um, but all three of those films, just as examples, feel like AAA films, even though they have a very low budget, especially Minus One. Obviously, it won an Oscar, on a $7 to $8 million budget, beating out movies that literally spent hundreds of millions of dollars. Quantumania, I don't know why that film's on the budget. There's some scenes that look really good, but there's other scenes that look really, really bad. It was Napoleon. I honestly thought Napoleon was going to take it. I'll be real. Napoleon was a pretty big threat to Minus One, and very thankfully, Spider-Verse was not in that category. If Spider-Verse was in that category, it would have been Spider-Verse. But the fact that it was not in that category saved Minus One's victory, I think, because nothing else in that category was really close, budget-wise, I think, besides Napoleon, personally, to me, for visual effects, at least. So, Oppenheimer maybe, but once again, it wasn't in that category. It went for Best Picture. So, what are they doing outside? I just hear honking. Annoys me. So, we're an hour in. Unless you guys really got something to talk about, I'm kind of okay with winding it down a little bit, starting getting close to the end. Unless, there's more you guys want to talk about, I'm down to talk for longer. Like I said, this is just hanging out for me. Although, I guess, if I am going to consider going into work for a few hours, I probably have to go now because I still have to make the drive. It's 30 minutes away, and I have to shower and get ready. So actually, today we're going to end it here. If there's more you guys want to discuss, we'll save it for another stream. Because this week, besides me taking overtime, should be pretty light. Oh God, you can see how I didn't cut my hair right. You can see that? See that on this side? Look at that, I gotta snip that. Look at that. Look at all that extra hair. Oopsie. Hair does not look slicked back right now. Whoops. Work just being out for it. I have to look at the times. It gave me one for tonight, and then it said there was 8 available shifts, so I think that's for the rest of the week. So I might try to I might see if there's stuff for tomorrow and Tuesday. I normally don't like to take overtime on Sundays or Wednesdays. I like to give myself a day of reprieve. But because I left so early last night, I would rather, I wouldn't mind going in because I only worked like 8 or 6 hours, 5 hours last night. So used some time off that I've been saving. So, but we'll see. I got to look at the times yet. Might message the manager on that crew or add my what would be my equivalent manager, and see if they really need it tonight. Otherwise, I might try to see if they'll let me come in tomorrow, do a full shift so I don't have to do it again. Do multiple days, just do one down and back trip to work, 1 10-hour shift. That'll boost the paycheck up quite a bit. Gotta love that overtime. So, but yeah, I think we're gonna end it here. I'm gonna go see if I want to work a little extra, and we'll kind of save the conversations later for this week. As I was about to say, unless I take like a bunch of overtime, I am get that money exactly. I gotta pay off those WonderFest items, dude. I gotta pay those off. I really, really would like to stream on Wednesday. So, as a stream like this, now whether it's a movie stream like the Kiryu, the Against Mechagodzilla stream, or it's another chill stream, I don't know for sure yet. But I would like to stream on Wednesday, pending the theme. So, should be a stream on Wednesday, and of course there'll be another stream on Sunday because we stream every Sunday, all the time. Might do a third stream next week. We might just leave it at 2 for now, so we don't run out of too much to talk about. Goodbye. Thanks for the stream as always. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks everyone for joining the stream and supporting the channel. I really appreciate it, guys. But be ready. WonderFest Box Day coming in within the next 3 days. Hopefully the next 3 days. You guys will know. I'll post a teaser. I have a very specific teaser that I'm actually going to photograph and film tonight for it. It's going to be a little kooky, a little culty, a little horror movie themed, a little bit. It's just slight vibes, nothing crazy. So be on the lookout for that. Once that drops, you will know for sure that it is that day, unless something tragic happens to the box or my time. It will be that day when that teaser comes out. So be on the lookout. I'll post it as soon as I get that out for delivery notice. Okay? As long as I get that out for delivery notice, then you guys will get the teaser, and then we'll be all good. All right? So this is going to end the stream. I want to thank y'all for watching. True Sharktopus Vaughn Jr., thank you for joining. Zaza, thank you for joining. Alex, thank you for joining. Nilo, thank you for joining. Goji66, Kingzilla, thank y'all for commenting. Everyone who didn't comment, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I will at you in the post when I finish that space. Yes, please. Yes, please. I would love to see that drawing. So please let me know when it is time. I will see you all next week. See you guys next week, even though it's basically the end of the week for me. See you next week. Live box day, more streams, reviews of what's in that box day coming soon. Technically continuing Shin Godzilla week a little bit, cheating a little bit, doing another review next of Shin. And I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream or short. Sayonara, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday night or Monday morning. And I'll see you